Talk to everyone.
Hello. Sound check. Guessing they can still hear us.
All right, 3.
I got your seat though. I'll switch
Yeah,
you.
Hey, everyone. Welcome in. You want to switch? Or, I mean, you could stay there if you want, but I like
Steal
to be
your
on
seat. You're the show. You're the star.
I like being on the right side. Okay.
All right.
Whew. All right. Are you guys ready to rock and roll? Hey, everyone. Welcome in. Let's just double check, make sure we are going live here. See, this one was a lot quicker and faster because I already set everything up. All right. 3, 2,
1.
Hey everyone, we are live. This is the Iron Man Mike Show. I'm your host, Mikeurueta, and hey, thank you so much for joining us today. Hey, put in the comments exactly where you're streaming and watching this blog live podcast stream from, what country, what state, what city. And we are streaming around the world, and guess what? We have an amazing young lady in the Iron Man Mike podcast. She drove all the way from Kentucky to the Iron Man Mike podcast, and coincidentally, we happen to be at a conference as well, so it all worked out great. But anyway, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the amazing Captain America. No, not
Yes.
Captain America.
No,
We have
He's also-
Amy in the house.
It's good to be
And
here.
this is Captain Amy. She is she's a firefighter, and now she is an investigator. She is a badass.
Yeah.
In the house, we have, look at these guns. Did you know there was going to be a gun show? Check this out. Look at their, come on, show them your gun show. So she was having a gun show at a table during the conference, and I'm like, geez, if I knew there was going to be a gun show, I would have bought my tickets in advance. So anyway, thank you so much for agreeing to come on the Iron Man Mike podcast, and thank you so
Absolutely.
much for being here. Oh my gosh, that hurt. Look at the muscles on her, man.
Sure.
Gee, look at that, guys.
Just from-
girls,
just from-
look at these muscles. She's
Like to work out.
amazing. So everyone wants to know. First of all, you're a stunning, beautiful woman.
Thank you.
And not only that, but you're a badass. You got some serious muscles, and she is America's sweetheart. She is a firefighter, and you guys are going to want to follow her on her social media. Not only a firefighter, but she earned the rank. She kicked ass. She's a captain, and she kicked ass even more, and now she's an investigator, arson investigator. And I'm just very honored and privileged, as I spit on you, to have you on here. So I appreciate you being here.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
It's an honor. Thank you.
Very cool. So so do a little introduction. Give a quick little hello, shout out. Tell people a little bit about you, and then if you
Okay.
want to do a fun fact, yeah,
Okay.
the floor is yours.
All right. Sounds good. Hello, everyone. My name is Amy. I've been in the fire service for 20 years, but I've been with Covington for 14 years. I worked my way up through the ranks there. I'm now a captain, which is pretty awesome. Hasn't always been easy, but it's been fun, and it's never boring. I love my job. I love what I do. Working with the community and people is just fabulous.
Nice.
I'm a hazmat specialist for Ohio Task Force 1, so I deploy out and go when there's natural disasters.
Okay.
So I do that. I do a lot of the rescue stuff as well. Fun fact, I love to work out. So, which, being around a
Yeah.
bunch of people, you work harder to make sure that you earn your keep there, to be there.
Yep.
So my fun fact, I love animals, big time. But I'm a board
What
member.
kind of animals?
All animals. Love all animals.
What's the most exotic animal you've had?
Wolf.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Right on.
So I'm a board member and the longest running volunteer at a place called Red Wolf Sanctuary. It's in
Wow.
Rising Sun, Indiana. So we have bears, wolves, coyotes,
Wow.
three bald eagles, bobcats, foxes. So we rehabilitate and help injured sick animals, and if we can
Nice.
release them, we
Beautiful.
do.
Wow.
And if we can't, we
Beautiful,
house them and
beautiful.
use them for educational
I
purposes.
told you she was a badass. She
So-
hangs out with wolves.
Yeah, I love
Right.
them. Yeah, that's a bunch of my tattoos are stemming from.
You
That's
know,
my favorite.
Every tattoo tells a story, and people have a story why they got a tattoo and why the design. Do you want to share it with us?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So my arm here, our oldest daughter passed away a couple years ago from brain cancer. So until we meet again.
So sorry.
Thank
for
you.
your loss.
I appreciate that. That's what my husband was always afraid that her memory would be lost and people wouldn't know who she was. So I'm like, a better place to put it then is on your arm.
Well, tell everyone about your daughter then. Let's just not make her be a loss and share the world. Tell us about your daughter real quick.
Yeah, her name is Ashley Schaefer, Spitfire. That's probably why we butt heads like this all the time.
How old was she?
18.
18.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. She was definitely would have been when she turned 18, we were going to do them in the military together. So.
Oh,
yeah.
My goodness.
So we had a whole plan together to kind of whip her into shape. And she's very stubborn. That's right. Getting that honest. But, so with Dragonflies is a very special foundation that helps families with terminally ill children.
I actually heard of that foundation.
Yeah. It's very cool. So that's where the dragonfly comes from. The middle of it's a Celtic symbol for strength that she wanted to get. And then it's a burst in of her and the youngest. And then that's my warrior feather. And then she loves sunflowers.
Wow, look at that.
So I got sunflowers with the wolf swimming.
That's pretty cool.
And then my happy trees. So.
Nice. My 17-year-old daughter, she loves wolves. So she's a wolf girl too.
I thought, well, if you ever come to Kentucky, you got to. I'll take you guys.
Well, she's right here. Yeah, she would love that.
Awesome.
She would definitely love that. Anyway, I appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
And it's pretty awesome to have you here.
Oh, thank
you. So we met here at the conference. We're at an arson investigation training seminar annual conference at the Cherokee Hotel in Harris Casino. So it's an annual meeting, and next year I believe they said it's in Las Vegas.
It is.
Las Vegas. Be there, be square. Come join us if you guys want to join us. Hey everyone, we are streaming around the world right now, and we got Clapper in the house. Hey, who's in Clapper? First hand up will come up and be a guest to ask my guest a question. So if you'd like to tap the screen and raise your hand, we can go ahead and bring you up to ask some questions. But other than that, 20 years in the fire service. That's amazing.
20 years. Yeah. But I'm only 30. I started early, so.
Yeah, she's only 30. That's right. She started when she was 10. Yeah. So, tell us about you moving up the ranks. What was the most rewarding? Let's start with the most difficult challenge that you faced as a woman, as a firefighter. Yes, I went there, everyone.
You did right in it. Jumped right in it.
Let's start there, because I think the fact that, in America, I mean, it's been a predominantly male role, and over the years, there's been more and more women firefighters who move up the ranks. And fun fact, I actually, like 15, 20 years ago, it's been a while, I actually met a girl on social media, a woman, let me rephrase that. She was a firefighter, muscular.
Nice.
Yeah. And we dated for a minute, and it was just, it was just, I forgot why we stopped dating. It was just one of those things, you meet somebody online. Back then, though, meeting somebody online, it was kind of taboo, and people made fun of it.
Right.
But now, that's where everyone's meeting and falling in love, getting married, and all that good stuff.
Right.
So, what was your challenges?
Oh, man. So when I first started in fire service, the good thing is they start to merge the physical agility. Because a lot of times departments were like, oh, we'll just use ours and pass people through. So to help kind of, I know it's very,
interesting.
It gave women a hard time in the fire service. Go like, you didn't really pass the physical agility test. So now up in most of the United States adopt the CPAC. It's a physical agility test. So no matter how old you are, boy, girl, whatever, everyone has to do the same test, same time, same everything.
Same reps, same time, and you got to get it within that window.
Yep.
If you're below it, you're out.
You're out. Yep. Which
That's
is great.
fair.
Yep. So that helped start when I come on. It was, just it's very awkward maybe for some
Check
guys.
YouTube, make sure we're streaming.
I'm having troubles with my
Here, you can
internet.
use my
Oh,
phone.
okay.
Okay.
Here, why don't you just check it?
Okay.
Oh, you're in the middle of talking now. Multitask. Can she do it?
That's right. Let's see if I'm worthy of this or not.
Yeah, I
We-
just realized, did I hit the stream button on YouTube? That really sucked. Take two, start all over.
Right. Well, here, there was you with him. So maybe
Yeah,
let's
are we doing
subscribe.
live right now?
I don't
Are
see
we
a
not
live.
live? Uh-oh. Did I not hit the button?
I don't see a live thing popped up. It popped up when you were.
Well, let's do something while she's telling the story. Go ahead and finish.
All
I'm
right.
just going to hit this stream button and just double check. Double check.
It's definitely a different style of job, to say the least, I guess. But I really love what I do. I got in the fire service personally. My brother that's a year older than me, he was a volunteer, but our dad passed away when I was 14 and a half. And we had just taken a CPR class up at one of our local fire departments.
Okay.
So that really, and then when the fire department showed up when my dad had a heart attack, that kind of always stuck with me. So when my brother's like, hey, I'm up here volunteering, and then he became a fire, he's like, you gotta come up here, you're gonna love it. So I went up and started volunteering at one of the local fire departments. I did love it, it was great. And then the department I work for now, Covington, it's in, urban city. They make a lot of runs and do a lot of different dynamic things. And I heard they were hiring, and I'm like, this I believe is going to be for me. So I went and took the test. There was like over 700 people when we took the tests, and I got fortunate enough. They called me, and I was able to get the CPAC card for the agility test, and the rest is history. But I love what I do. Just kind of overcoming to let everyone know that you're there to do the same job as everybody else.
Okay.
Not so much of I want to be carried along. I don't need people to carry my gear. I don't need people to do my work for me. I'm quite capable, but you kind of have to go over the top and beyond just to prove that you also are worthy of being there.
It says we're on.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
All right.
The internet is slow here, so it might just be picking
okay.
it up. But
I hit the button. See, we're streaming. You can always redo it tomorrow for some reason. If it doesn't. Take two.
it'll be a well-oiled machine then.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So Amy is a family woman. She is. She has dogs.
Oh, I love my dog.
Let's talk about dogs. She shared with me that she has a passion for dogs. Before you tell me that, so I have a black lab. Her name is Kona.
Aw.
She's currently in California. I had to leave her with my ex-wife because I'm supposed to be going to China. A lot of my team members know that, and so so I left her there. I didn't want to bring her to China.
Yeah.
So she's currently there. I dropped her off about a month ago. She's all like, when are you going to come get she actually loves her. She's all, you're not going to leave her with me permanently. I'm like, no, I just supposed to go to China. So, but so my plan is once I get back from China, I stop in California, pick my puppy up.
Perfect.
I go to a crime investigation
Oh yeah.
on the 6th. Actually, it's a lab investigation. And then,
That'd be a good class.
so yeah, and then on my way back from California, from China to California to, oh geez, what state am I going to? It's like Montana. I can't
What?
remember.
Oh, Montana's beautiful. Oh my
It's
gosh, I love
Missouri.
Montana.
I think
So
it's
beautiful.
Missouri. I forgot what state I'm going to, but wherever my
Wherever you land.
wherever my
That's
flight
all right.
lands. So and then from
That's
there
all
I'll
right.
bring her with me on the plane, and she'll come back with me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
I have
dogs.
I have 3 dogs, 4 cats. I'm the wayward home of lost souls that people don't really want. So my other dog had passed away, and this is like 6 months after Ashley had passed away, and it was just like one of those things you're like, oh, you're getting so beaten down. And my husband's like, you need to get another dog. I'm like, no, it'll be fine. And we were really busy one night at the firehouse, so I was up just the entire time.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll get on here and scroll, and there was a post on there for needed immediate distraction for a 2-week-old puppy because they couldn't feed it and they couldn't take care of it. I'm like, I get up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I'm more than happy to drive down there.
What kind of puppy?
So I did the doggy DNA test, of course, right? So she's part Rhodesian Ridgeback and part Greyhound.
Ooh. Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's a pretty dog.
She's beautiful. She's the love of my
I
life.
got pull up pictures. I want to see
my
that.
What,
I have like 10,000 pictures on my phone.
I knew she would have pictures.
What's this kind?
Greyhounds, the running dog.
Greyhounds.
Greyhounds, yeah.
Okay, greyhounds. Okay.
So, and then the other one, Skylar, she is part black lab, part pit bull.
Okay.
Sweetest dog ever. The animal shelter is in our first zoo inside of our territory. So we
Okay.
went up there for an alarm drop. And I always go up there and give the dogs bones and everything. That way just to, kind of make their life a little better. So I'm up there all the time. and we made an alarm drop up there, and it's so loud. It's all concrete, so with the sirens going off. She just sat there and looked at me, and I gave her a little bone, and she was just wagging her tail. And I'm like, oh, Athena needs a friend. So I went up the next day and made sure they could play well together, and so I brought her home.
Nice.
Then I have a little blue tick beagle somebody dumped out of my house. He's 14.
Blue tick beagle?
Yeah. 2 knee surgeries
oh,
he's
I
had.
was gonna see the photo. I didn't see the photo yet.
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
I have 2 dogs also.
You have 2 dogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Golden Retriever.
Yeah.
And the other one is
awesome.
Yorkshire.
Well, here's the one that
I have a black lab.
she thinks my middle console in my 350 is
oh my gosh.
a seat.
I have a big truck as well.
I love my 350. And then
Nice.
there's Skylar. She loves to hang
Very
out the
cool.
moonroof.
Okay.
So when we go for a ride, she stands up on that middle console and she puts her head up to the sunroof and just like takes in all the
that's
air. So yeah, tons of pictures of
Nice.
all my little
You're gonna have to
babies,
show
so-
everyone in each camera, one by one. Show everyone.
Okay. Well, here's my little beagle.
Oh, beautiful.
Gotta get closer.
Oh.
He's 14. He's very, very, very spoiled. Whoops. His name is Kumar, because I had 2 of them. I rescued 2 of them, and I named them
Maybe should have.
Too Dark.
Maybe, I think so.
Yeah, she moves a little bit.
Lighten it up. I named him Harold and Kumar because
Oh, that's-
after
I
the
know,
movie.
yeah.
So I found a home for Harold, and then Kumar is just, he's been there ever since. I don't have the heart to take anything to an animal shelter, so I
Well,
don't.
that's okay. That's all right. Hey, we're back up to 34, and we're increasing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, everyone, this is Captain Amy. Those of you that are just joining us, hey, let us know in the chat, where are you streaming and watching and listening to this podcast, and let us know where you're from. And so you're from Kentucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Northern Kentucky, right on the
Yeehaw.
river. Yeehaw.
So, you know, I got to ask you, there's a lot of rumors about Kentucky,
Oh boy.
about people are married to their cousins, brothers, sisters, brothers, uncles, aunts.
Kentucky's a very
So that's
large
just
state.
a joke, everyone. That's my opinion. No hate mail.
Right.
Just joking
We're just
around.
joking. No, it is interesting. So when you talk to people, because I do a lot of traveling, I love to travel, and I say I'm from Kentucky, they're like, nope, no way. You wear your shoes, but apparently there is a show on Netflix and cable, and it's they follow people from Eastern Kentucky and like West Virginia. And I was like, no, you guys are totally making this up. I'm like, no, their English is broken. It's different dialect. And I'm like, what?
Yes.
So
I've heard it.
yeah, they were watching it at work one day. They're like, oh, you get it. 'Cause I don't watch TV. So,
Oh, it just came out. Ha! I heard her accent.
no,
I
right,
said
no.
her accent.
I don't watch TV. Was it the
Yeehaw.
TV? TV? Was it the
Go
TV
ahead.
part?
Go ahead.
All right. So they showed this to me, and I'm like, no. And then I was like, oh boy, I understand why people have that perception now of. But yeah, we wear shoes and have teeth, and I speak normal English. But it's very just depending. Kentucky is so dynamic.
She is an amazing guest. Don't you guys agree? Yes.
Totally.
Totally agree. Let's see.
Totally agree.
Get off my lawn. What's up, Iron Man? Hey, welcome in. Hey, everyone.
Come on.
That's his name. It's
I like
actually
it.
it's his name is actually Get Off My Fucking Lawn.
I like that even
Yeah,
more. Well
yeah.
done, sir.
Let's see. Long time, bud. Hey, do you want to come up and say hello to my guest? She's captain. She's a captain in the fire department in Kentucky, and she is an investigator, an arson investigator. Raise your hand if you want to come up. Oh, Scotty, what's up? You changed your name. Didn't recognize who that was. So, but yeah,
That's awesome.
I am just blessed to have her on the show, and I'm excited. And man, somehow it went blurry again. I don't know why that. I think it's because I went close.
Oh, like autofocusing.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo, yeah, look at that.
Fun.
So that one's pretty good though, huh?
Yeah.
Almost.
That's good.
Well, you can talk into the camera while I just kind of do my magic here.
You do your magic.
There we
I
go.
don't know
Fixed
what I'm
it.
supposed to talk about, but we can talk about something.
Look at that. All right.
Talk to me about-
So let's talk about fitness. Everyone knows I like to talk about health and fitness,
Good. Me too.
nutrition, working out.
Yes.
So where'd you get those muscles from?
A lot of time in the gym.
Yeah?
I love to work out.
So tell us about your routine. What do you do?
So I do a lot of HIIT training. I do run.
So people
I'm a
that
runner.
don't know what HIIT is, what's HIIT?
A high
I mean, I know what
right.
it is.
Yes.
High
intensity.
intense interval training.
Yes. So when you do that, and it's really, you have to kind of get to know your body, find what works for you. I'm very passionate about food, very passionate about working out. Something that might work for me might not work for you. You kind of have to figure out what you're doing. But once again, I don't want to get you in trouble. But
I'm not going to get in trouble.
My huge thing is like food in America is so unhealthy. Just eating stuff that's natural and not so everything's so processed. I can go in and buy 5 bags of cookies and it's going to be cheaper than buying a pound of grapes. Like, come
That's
on,
true.
that's
true.
not okay. Yeah.
That's
So
what I was talking about. Maybe.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Absolutely, it's crazy, and it's easy, right? And I'm not saying
Sure.
you could never eat a cookie or something like that, and I do feel like sugar and all the wheat and carbs is killing America.
Oh my gosh.
Finding and you're right. The hardest part when you guys were talking on your earlier podcast, when people are like, "Oh, well, it's easy for you to work out." Like, it's never easy for someone to work out. I can guarantee you. So today, after the conference, I went and ran 5 miles, and then I thought, "Ooh, nap, maybe I get a snack," right? And you have to, your mind is such a powerful thing. You're like, nope, as soon as I leave this conference, I'm going straight to my room, put my running shoes on, and I'm out of here. Because it looked like it was going to be rain. I'm like,
I went to the gym.
good for you. That's awesome. I'm like, I bet I can beat the rain. So I love to be outside, so I like to run outside.
Nice.
But I do tons of interval training, burpees. We were talking about that. Love doing burpees.
So we were talking about burpees earlier. I taught her something new about burpees.
Yeah, I'm trying it.
I introduced. Oh.
I'm going to try it.
We should. They have a pull-up bar in the gym here.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, on that multi machine.
Maybe after we're done, I'll go down there and I'll show you my.
Yeah, that'd be
We'll take the
awesome.
video camera and we'll record people.
Now I'm watching.
Oh, it is on?
Right?
Now I'm watching. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, fantastic! I was a
Well,
little
yeah, just-
nervous that it wasn't on.
And if
Yeah,
even
it's
if you just took 5 minutes, if you never worked out a day in your life, and you're like, tomorrow, but you have to, if it's not up here, you're not going to do it. 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. Do that for a week, then add on, then you can do it for 7 minutes. And I'm also a big advocate for meditation as well. 'Cause
Meditation.
I feel like you have to take care of your brain and your inner self just as much as you're taking care of your physical body.
You have to. I like to
Yeah.
stretch and
Yes.
just kind of let me reflect and say it differently. In the
Okay.
morning when I'm waking up and I go into the gym and I sit down and I start. So I don't stretch. I just stretch.
Just warming your
I
muscles
just like warm my muscles
Yep.
up. Just kind of.
You don't
I don't
have
do
to
a full stretch. I do a full stretch after my workout
Yeah.
because when I am warmed up and my muscles are hot,
Yeah.
that's when I'm able to get a more robust stretch in,
Absolutely.
and that usually helps pretty good.
Yeah, and it helps with the the acid that builds up in your muscles.
Lactic acid, yeah.
Because your muscles get very sore, and a lot of times if you just stop cold turkey and you don't cool yourself down,
Yeah.
that's even worse feeling. And people are like, oh my God, I can't move, I'm so miserable. And if you start just doing that for a few minutes at a day and add on a minute, first
Yeah.
week you do 5 minutes, next week you do 6 minutes, next
Exactly.
week you do 7 minutes, and it is kind of crazy. Or even like I love push-ups. You can do that. Push-ups, burpees, jump squats,
I do
and not
it.
have any equipment whatsoever.
Yeah, I do a
It-
push-up challenge every year.
It's awesome.
Usually I do it January 1st,
Okay.
and day one I do 1 push-up. I usually start like a base, like 10 plus 1.
Yeah.
And then 10 plus 2. 10, and
Yeah.
so, but this year, I didn't do it because I had a sore, I had an injury. So what I am going to do is probably start it soon. But this time I like to start it on an even day so I'm able to track
yeah.
it. Like, so anyway, my point is like do 1 and then 2 and then 3. So each day
Absolutely.
you do 1 more than you did the day before. And then a friend of mine, he's the one that started doing 30 a day.
Nice.
And he would just do 30 every day.
Yeah.
And I know another guy that does 22 a day in honor of all fallen military.
Cool.
PTSD,
That's cool.
fallen, for every 22 military personnel commit suicide a day. And I do have a podcast where I talk about online social media bullying, PTSD, and any type of trauma. And so that's how I started doing that in respect of our military, who unfortunately have taken their own lives. And so there's a national hotline number that I always promote and talk about for anyone who is feeling depressed or feeling like they're at the end of their rope, that to reach out to me directly, let me talk to you, and I've actually saved a few people.
Yeah,
Matter of
that's
fact,
awesome.
there's someone I've talked to. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, so I won't say it now. But I've saved him, and he thanks me like almost every day on social media to be alive. He's been sober for a while now, and
Awesome.
I think he's 3 months sober now. So
That's awesome. Yeah,
what was
that's
it?
great.
December, January, February, March, April. Maybe it's 4 months.
Yeah.
I think almost between 4 and 5 months he is now. But I believe that if I can help one person
Oh,
each day that I do a podcast to help them, my message is received, and that's another reason why I do these podcasts.
That's
I
awesome.
help people. My daughter wants me to start a foundation. I didn't share that in the last podcast. I was going to say it, but then I guess we got sidetracked. But my daughter, I've been helping the homeless, military veterans homeless, for a long time. I've been homeless before. I've been in a bad spot, and I feel like it's good to just give back.
yeah.
And so that's why I try to give back. And I'm not catching up on these comments. Try made has risen for 22. Oh yes. Do you want to come up, and you can talk, and then I can't read your comments. Raise your hand if you want to come up, and we can talk to you. But it's she thinks she wants me to start a foundation, and I've started planning that. I've got 2 people I've shared this with who want to be on the board of directors.
That's
So I
awesome.
have a lot of positive things, but it
Yeah.
takes a lot of money to get that started,
It does.
and
It
a lot
does.
of dedication. And I don't know if
No.
I'm ready for that yet. I just am trying to get some traction here.
Right.
And if I get to a point where I can do that, I want to do that
Yeah,
still.
that's great.
Leave a legacy of helping others.
Yeah, changing
That's-
one person's
that's-
life changes, you don't know how many, the ripple
Exactly.
effect that you have. So whoever his friend is, I applaud you
Yeah,
for your
actually, I
sobriety
showed
and
you-
good for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, no.
Actually, I showed you earlier in my podcast, General Jimmy J. Wells,
Yeah.
who I interviewed.
Yeah.
He wants to be on the board of directors.
Awesome.
So, and so
That's
he's a
fantastic.
general with the military, and then there's a couple of other folks that want to be on it as well.
Great. We've got to
So-
start giving back to our military.
We do.
We would not have the freedom. You don't get to make millions of dollars throwing a ball around if someone's not out there fighting for your freedom.
Exactly.
Or even just if you look at women, like I don't have to cover my head. I put pants on. I go to work. Some of those things.
Got a
And
dress on today.
I know, it would freak people out.
Are you a
everywhere, for
tomboy?
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like to shoot guns. I have a beautiful Indian Scout bobber. She's gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So and a V-Star 1100. But I love to ride motorcycles.
I have
Play
a
volleyball.
Canic TPN. I've got the Canic SFX Rival. That's a competition. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have that one.
I'm gonna
And,
get a little sidecar for mine so I can put my dogs in it.
oh, there you go. Wait, sidecar to put what in?
My dogs on my motorcycle. I want to put my dog with little
Oh, I
goggles
was
on.
talking about a handgun.
Oh, I'm talking about motorcycles. Yeah, I love guns
Oh my
too.
God.
No, I was talking about a
I
Canic
understood him.
SFX Rival. You said guns, so I started talking about
I was
guns.
switching on. I was just like,
Oh, okay.
I thought we were talking about motorcycles then.
No, I used to have a Harley. I've had a Victory Vision. I
Ooh,
traded
Victory?
in for a Victory. Yeah, I got
Okay.
rid of my Harley for a Victory. Man, that was an amazing bike. But I actually
Victories
sold
make
that
good
right
bikes.
before I left California.
Really?
I had to unload it, so
Have
I
you ever
sold
ridden
it.
a Triumph?
No, I have not.
So my ex-husband, when we were together, had this beautiful Triumph bike that he all redid. Oh, that thing rode like a dream. It was a great bike. I used to have a crotch rocket, but
I used to have one too. I had a Honda Interceptor.
nice.
What year was it? 89? No, not 89. I can't remember what year. I think it was an 89. It was the
mine.
fastest bike of that year ever made in any motorcycle, and I owned it. I went
I'm gonna get in trouble on that.
I went 189 miles an hour. In my opinion, I did. So, no backstories. Get in
Right?
trouble.
Thought you were talking
But I
about
would-
that Victory 8-ball. You ever heard of those? Victory 8-ball?
No, I've heard of it, but I've not had one. I had a Victory Vision. That was a pretty cool bike. But yeah, my crotch rocket, yeah, I went too fast. Matter of fact, the day that I
Dangerous.
finished going that fast, I realized I went so fast, 189 miles
You
an
wouldn't
hour.
even know if you were dead or not.
I'm like,
Yeah.
The bike handled amazing.
Yeah, they
It
do.
was on a stretch of road where there was no on-ramps or off-ramps. There was no cars around. So I went for it. And I was like, all right, I accomplished a goal in my life
Check.
of breaking the sound barrier. No. So I had to go home and change my underwear. No, it was an amazing thing. I realized though that I'm done. So I went ahead and sold that bike, and I ended up getting a Harley, and then I just cruised.
Nice.
And I've had, but now I don't have any bikes. They're all gone now. And so yeah. But guns. I got a bunch of guns, shotguns, rifles, handguns.
Shotguns are good.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm not wasting my ammo. Things go south. Ready to roll.
Yeah. AR.
So.
I just picked up an AR.
Did you?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I actually have some videos online. You can watch me shoot them.
I'll have to.
Yeah, on my YouTube, and I think they're on my Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very
so
cool.
that's kind of where they're at. But yeah, I enjoy shooting weapons.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer that people should have guns.
Yeah, so am I.
Like, I have a gun in all my vehicles. A gun in my nightstand.
I
safe
have
full of
one.
guns.
I have one with me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're allowed to carry
All
at work.
the
It's cool.
time.
So, nice.
Really, yeah.
That's good though. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's between me and my family, it's not going to be me or my family.
Exactly. You
So-
got to protect your own. And there you go. Hey,
Absolutely.
we're in Small Town, USA, and I'm here with Miss Small Town, USA.
I wish they probably make more money
Amy,
than I do.
Captainbadass, is here in the house, and she's amazing. Hey, does anybody have any questions for her? Log on or call the toll-free 800 number. Hey, matter of fact, this is a great time for a quick little station break. Hey, I want to recognize our sponsor of today's podcast. Yes, today's podcast. We have EH&S Planning, your environmental health and safety needs. If you need active shooter awareness, hostile event response awareness training, reach out to ehndsplanning.com. Reach out to them. Let them know of any of your safety needs, OSHA safety compliance standards, or anything that you need done with respirator fit testing or OSHA 10-hour or 30-hour. Reach out to them for your competent person or on-site safety manager or whatever you need to have done. ehsplanning.com. Back to you, Amy.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What are we going to talk about now? I would love to do a full podcast on health and eating and fitness and autophagy and.
We could do that from. We could do Zoom. I do my other podcasts. I do Zoom for guests who can't make it to the studio. Like she came
Awesome.
all the way from Kentucky to meet up with me to do this podcast. So are you Miss Universe or what's your titles?
I wish.
Yeah.
Well, I can make it up in my head, right? No one will know the difference.
She is Captain Amy to
Yes.
you all. She is a professional. She is a badass. I keep saying that because she is. And not only that.
I just like to make them look bad standing next to me.
What's that?
I just like the guys standing next to me look bad.
There you go. There you go. So I'll definitely plug your social media. You have Facebook, Instagram?
I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, give a plug out, shout out to your page if you would like followers, if you want.
Sure.
But be careful, sometimes we get stalkers once in a while. But guess what?
Uh-oh.
We'll have to kick the stalkers' tails.
We can do that.
All right.
I like to work out.
And something tells me that she was
I do a
gonna
lot of jump
that.
squats too. My legs are pretty strong. If I kick you, it's going to hurt.
Well, she's got some muscular legs, men and women out there. Go ahead. Shout out your social media.
My Facebook page is just Amy Martis Schaefer. MARD as in dog, IS. SCHAEFER. It's a long one. So, but my main thing I'm trying to kind of get up and running.
I'll tag it in the link below. Don't forget to subscribe and follow to our podcast too, everyone.
Absolutely.
Hit that notification bell.
Yeah, definitely. I hit it when I followed you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. So, but on TikTok, I have a page. It's Red Wolf Amy.
We don't talk about TikTok. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, do we not? I'm so
teasing.
sorry.
I'm totally teasing. I have a TikTok page. I don't use it as much because I now
okay.
use Clapper.
Well, see, I'm going to have to get on this. Hi, everyone on Clapper. I've never heard. I'm apparently a dud because I've never heard of Clapper. But I am in school, so when I'm not, working or whatever, my head's always in a book. So just trying to get that wrapped up.
Nice.
But, so I am going to look that up. But it's called Red Wolf Amy, which I'll have to see if that's available on there. but it's just all stuff from.
You shouldn't say it until you get it, because someone might snag it from you. Yeah, don't say that.
All right, I'm gonna say.
Erase.
Forget. Blah, blah, blah.
La la la.
Mind
la,
erase
la,
vibes.
la, la, la.
Mind erase vibes.
Wait, over here too.
Right.
La, 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 la. Wait, over there too. La 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 la.
You know, just having a good time, happy vibes. It's one life. You get one body. Take care of
Exactly.
it. You know, take care of your mind. And people, even the guys at work, are like, oh, meditation, this is so dumb. Just try it. You could try it for 5 minutes. You can type YouTube's cool.
Just
cool
breathe.
YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So on YouTube, just type in,
This
you know.
is YouTube. We're on YouTube.
All right.
We're streaming.
Excellent.
We're
Meditation
streaming
for
on Facebook,
anxiety or
YouTube, Clapper today.
I'm telling you, meditation will, if you have just stressed out from life, right? Life is stressful. Even though sometimes they call me the insensitive one at work. I'm like, first world problems, right? Can we deal with this and move on? Let's put our big boy pants on. So I was like, oh, you're so mean. But it's, just a 5-minute meditation, reset your mind. And then if you open your mind to the possibilities.
So tell me about your meditation. What do you do? You open your mind? And,
yeah,
like,
so.
what are you physically doing?
Depends. So
how do you meditate?
So when I do it late at night and I want to go to bed, normally I'll do a short 10-minute one. And I'll get on YouTube and be calming meditation. They'll play their cute little music. It's just very earthy. And I will literally lay in bed while I'm doing that. And then it helps you focus on your breathing and
you just breathe. You just lay there flat.
Breathing, yeah. Breathing. It's like relax your body. Your muscles are tense.
Well, do a demonstration.
Yeah.
Show us.
Oh boy. All right. So when I'm sitting up, I won't go cross legs. I got dress on. So, well, when you just sit. The funny part about this was I was meditating at the park the other day on Sunday when we came in. Somebody came up behind me and they're like, hey. And I'm in my, excuse me. And I'm like, are you talking to me? He's like, yeah, are you all right? I'm like, I'm fine. Are you okay? He's like, yeah, but what are you doing? I'm like, I'm sitting here trying to calm myself and meditate. He's like, you're being awful still. I'm like, hence the meditation. It's part of the meditation.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was nice.
It one of the guys in our Arson?
I don't think so. It was somebody going down there to fly fish, but I don't eat meat and I don't like to hurt animals, so I just kind of got off my happy rock. It was this perfectly round, beautiful rock by the creek.
Were you like legs crossed?
Yeah. So I usually will cross my legs. I put my hands like this, or sometimes if you're in on a rock or something, you take your shoes off and you just put your feet on the ground. So you can. Some people
feel the ground. Yeah,
feel the ground, feel how you're sitting, and then you just kind of take some really good. Deep breaths. Right.
The energy flows to earth. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. And so a lot of people, when you want to.
All right, let's practice this. Okay.
All right. Okay, you can breathe normal.
Okay.
All right.
What do I do with my hands?
You just put what feels comfortable to you. Do they feel comfortable upside down, down low, cross? We try not to cross because you're kind of like closing yourself off. So you can put them on the chair, on your legs, or on your lap. Okay. Just kind of whatever feels comfortable for you. Everyone's different, so it doesn't have to be the same. Right, because this is about you, your mind, how you want to ground yourself to the earth, right?
All right, everyone, watch Amy, listen to her.
Oh boy.
Captain Amy to you.
So I was down by a bubbling brook, which was awesome, the water.
Nice.
But if you just breathe normally, kind of start to feel the air as it's entering your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Just kind of keep yourself to a comfortable place. And once you wiggle yourself into that comfortable place, you just kind of feel your breath, and then let your neck relax, let your shoulders relax. Just kind of get into a comfortable position. Once you get on that, we're going to focus on our breath. Take a good deep breath in through your nose. You want to go really deep through your diaphragm, right? So you're going to suck in one more time. Hold that. Release. Breathe hard through your diaphragm, push out. Alright, and then you do that a couple times. Deep breath again. And you just kind of, and if your mind wanders, that's okay. It's okay for your mind to wander. You accept that you have a thought in your mind, you acknowledge it, and you just kind of push it to the side. Not a big deal. Right?
You guys didn't know we were going to meditate, did you?
You think about, is the sun out? Is the sun hitting your face? How good does that feel? Just have full gratitude for what the earth has to offer us.
Wow. if you guys are driving, watching this, and listening to this podcast, please keep your eye on the wheel.
Yes, please keep your eyes open. But meditation for a lot of people can be extremely difficult because once you start to shut your mind down, you're like, oh, my mind's wandering about a million things. That's okay. Like the longer you do it, the more often you do it. You can just start with 5 minutes. And then when your mind starts to wander, start focusing in on your breathing. Like when you breathe through your nose. Is it warm air? Is it cold air? And I take another deep breath through my nose before I breathe out. How does your stomach feel while you're doing that? How long can you hold it up top? And when you breathe it out, any negative emotions or vibrations, just let them go. Let them flee from you. And just focus on the great things that you have in life, right? We're in a beautiful place, around great friends, learning a ton of great information to help protect people. It's a good day.
I'm feeling so relaxed. We're in the middle of a podcast.
It really, like, if you open your mind to that.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with you.
Great.
Hey, if those of you would like to really do a full meditation with Amy, I'll put her social media link on the podcast. And do you go online and do this?
No, I want to.
Guess what? She's going to start.
I guess.
We're going to start doing it now.
Okay.
We'll pick a date and time, and we'll do it whatever days you can commit to.
We should.
But if you do commit to certain days, make sure those are days you can commit to, because what will happen is you'll get a following,
Yeah, you don't want
and
to let them down.
they will have expectations to every day at that time, and it's kind of cool if you can commit to that. You'll get a huge following on social media. So I've committed to every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. I do my Clapper Safe Space, only on Clapper.
Okay.
It's a private. Anyone can go, but it's what happens there. What you hear there stays there,
Awesome.
and it's people share different things. We have a volunteer clinical therapist who comes,
Nice.
2 of them, and they come there for us, but she doesn't commit to anything. She comes when she can, and if she has a client she has to leave, she'll leave in the middle of it. But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
she's amazing.
Yeah, expectations are good. If people had more of that, it keeps you focused, keeps you motivated, keeps you on an even feel to give back to people. You know, just appreciating what you have and having that full gratitude to give back to what is. You know, you want to share that with other people.
It's rewarding. That's why I don't mind sharing that, and I can make that commitment. So, and then of course Wednesday nights podcasts, and then Thursday nights.
That's great.
Yeah, and that's what we like to do.
You know, people think it's hokey, but if you just give it a week.
Yeah.
Give it a week for 5 minutes. Heck, if you can only start with 2 minutes is really hard because you're trying to get yourself like relaxed.
Relax.
But I've been in some, like I was meditating, it was like 30 when I had set my timer. The longer you can do it, obviously the more benefits come you know, with fasting and eating good food.
Right.
The first week or two is the hardest part about starting anything is starting.
Oh,
because you can talk yourself in.
You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, you can talk yourself into anything. The mind is such a powerful. That's why placebo works, right? They're still doing placebo pills and all of these drug testings, and there are people going into full remission taking a placebo pill. The mind is so powerful. We just don't tap into it, and it really makes a huge difference, especially if you're anxious or stressed at work. Mm-hmm. You know, taking that 5 minutes on a break or your lunch break or whatever, and just put ear pods in. You don't have to know what you're doing. Put ear pods in and go. You don't have to sit Indian style or cross-legged or anything. Just whatever feels comfortable to you, and then you kind of start to get your own groove. There's this one point I was sitting, I was like looking around, and I was like, oh gosh, I just had it's amazing because you're like, I'm never going to get this. When I first started doing it, I'm like, I'm never getting this. My mind just goes in a million different directions, and it comes. And eventually, just like working out, people get frustrated. Your muscles are sore. You don't see instant gratification of weight coming off. Right. Like, this isn't going to work. This is so dumb. I might as well just go eat ice cream. It works. I'm telling you guys, it works.
She is the bomb.
You know, and let food and everything. We could do so many great podcasts just with food and working out and meditation.
Something tells me this is not the last time we're going to see Amy on the Iron Man Mike podcast. Matter of fact, you know, piggyback on what you just said a few minutes ago about people talk themselves out of doing things. When I do my long endurance Ironman races, swimming, or if I'm doing a marathon or even a half marathon, you talk yourself out of every little pain that you feel why you should quit.
Yep.
And guess what? Most of us do quit. I've quit before, but I continue though.
Yeah, and that's it. Don't get overwhelmed. So people are like, oh, well, I would. So what? You have to walk for a few minutes. You walk, and then you start jogging again, and then that jog turns into a run. You're like, I got this.
Yeah.
I always like to psych myself out though. I'm like, okay, so I'll pick because I like to run outside, or even if I'm on a treadmill in the wintertime, it's really cold, and I always pick like a certain stuff. I know I can do this, and then I keep like, oh, okay, it's only a half mile more, quarter more, or I see a road sign is like further down from where I'm running. I'm like, okay, I got this, and then when I get there, I'm like, psych, don't quit, keep going. So you like mentally pump yourself up. Like
I've done that before.
yeah,
for sure.
it works. It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Like people, trust me. Nobody likes to run just 5 miles for the. But once you get into it, it really does. The serotonin and everything just really gets you
100%.
moving, and you feel so great when you come back, especially sitting in class all day. I'm like, oh, you get antsy. It's like I gotta move. I gotta go do something. I gotta get out of this hotel. I gotta go run. I gotta go do something.
We've been sitting in a class all day, 8-hour days here,
yeah,
and
long days.
like especially after lunch, man, I look back and half the class is nodding off, and it's kind of hard to stay awake and listening to the amazing instructors, by the way. So
absolutely. Well, they fill your belly full of cookies and bread, and then right, it just makes you sleepy because your body's trying to break that down. Or we have a podcast on like fasting and stuff on food. I love doing that.
I actually fast
awesome.
Weekly.
Same.
Yeah. So what I do, matter of fact, you see my my protein drink up there. So I'll drink that in the morning for breakfast, and then sometimes I'll have that in the afternoon.
Yep.
Just to have something in me, because you can, when you fast, you have something in you.
Yeah, and especially if you work out a lot. Yeah, it's
you don't want to go cold turkey 100%. But then I drink this full container of water pretty much every day.
Yes.
And then I go through water.
Yeah, I drink tons of water. It's good for wrinkles too.
We have a lot in common. We seriously have a lot in common. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seems like religion, politics, weapons, a lot of similar interests, and always like to connect with people who are like-minded. Connect with them. I've owned a couple businesses. I've been an entrepreneur.
Also, I have my own business.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I have my own painting business.
Oh, you told me about that.
Yeah, I was
a
union painter before I became a fireman.
So that's right, because I shared with you I was a union electrician.
That's right, yeah.
And then before that, and then after that, I actually started an online handyman service. I went nationwide, got into 13 states.
That's cool.
Doing really well financially. 09-08 hit, the economy took a huge nosedive. I went back to college and said, all right, this isn't going to go very far. Started working on my credentials, my degree. Got hired on at Tesla Motors, and that's when I started my whole environmental health and safety full time. But I did it before with the construction company, handyman service, and then of course in the Marine Corps, always doing safety. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's funny, Tessa. I always see my husband. I'm like, I'm putting up a big hashtag Elon Musk for like animal rescue. So when I go deploy out, I'm always calling like the animal place. Like, hey, we got animals out here. I need you to come pick these up. So we just don't, leave them running around that fed or whatever.
So fun fact, he gave me his personal email address.
Really?
So,
that's awesome.
Elon, I have not given it to anybody yet.
Oh, I think he just said yet though. So.
So he gave me his personal email address.
That's awesome. What a cool job though. And innovative thinking that things outside the box. It is a great thing. Now some things, if they work and they work well, you have to reinvent the wheel on some things. But when you're moving forward, and we need to, especially saving Mother Earth and the environment. I'm completely like I hate plastic. I recycle everything.
Totally.
I carry all these. Everyone's like, why do you carry this water bottle around? I'm like, I hate plastic. And when it gives me, I just put it in my cup.
Well, unfortunately, I have a plastic water bottle.
But it's reusable.
But then I have that one, and then I have, of course, that one I got in the store.
Right. Yeah, but there's reusable.
Yeah.
And
I reuse it all the time.
Recycle. I ordered recycle bins for all the firehouses. It was one of those, I'll ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's dumb. No one's going to do that. They're full every week. Completely plumb full.
So I asked you earlier what adversities you went through. You kind of segued off on that. Didn't really finish that, but if you want to finish that, you can. But I also want to know what rewarding things you had. So you want to finish the first one and then
sure.
jump into the positive?
Yeah, right. If there's a con, there's always a pro. Right?
Exactly.
Somewhere, for sure. It's a great profession. It's still very, it was like, when I was in construction, working on job sites. And I mean, it's unfortunate. I think some people say things before they really truly understand or think about what they're saying. So don't always necessarily think when people do this, they think they're being funny.
Yeah.
You have to have thick skin. I have 5 big brothers that beat the tar out of me growing up. My dad used to do the same thing, and he was like, if you want something, don't let anyone tell you that you can't have it. Go and do it, and go and show them that you can do it.
Good job.
Yep.
Good job.
We went through a rough thing where people were kind of being jerks, and I just
because
put my smiley face.
You're a woman in a firefighter role.
Yeah. Especially when I first got promoted, that was not received super well. And that was a push, but the guys, girls, that's a general term. When people say guys, I don't ever take offense to that, right? We're all the same people. I eat last. I never eat before my people. I'm the last one on the fire ground. I never leave before everyone else leaves. I help pick up hose. I clean my own bathroom, even though it's technically a private job to do that, but I'm like, I don't need to clean my bathroom. I use my bathroom. I will clean it myself. Just kind of like doing those small things, because I feel you have to earn respect. There should be some level for the position, but you have to earn that respect from your people.
Absolutely.
So, just working with that, there's never been a girl battalion chief. There's never been a girl chief at Covington ever. So, but I am the fill-in.
So you're the first captain?
No. There was one other captain. I'm the second girl captain.
Okay.
So.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So I was the first girl to ever ride up as a battalion chief.
What?
Yeah.
So you got written up for it?
You get to ride up. So.
What does that mean?
So the battalion chief heads the shift, and then the spot I do, I'm Robin to Batman. I compare the chief as Batman.
Okay.
And I'm Robin, his little sidekick. So
Okay.
I try to make his life easy and go do all the other stuff and bring it back and,
So
make it work.
So you're being groomed for that position one day.
Yeah. So when he takes vacation or is off, I get to be him. So I ride as the battalion chief.
They call that interim, right?
Yes.
Interim.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice. So you've done it a few times.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been doing. It's been several months now, so I think it's been probably like 30 times.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Wait,
it freaked people out when they were like,
cool.
someone was answering part 2 as a girl. Like, everyone knows it's me on the radio, right? Because it's easy to tell.
Gotcha.
I mean,
Man, I have a legend on the Iron Man Mike podcast. I'm privileged to have you here.
that's my first podcast ever, so
This is amazing.
I appreciate the invite.
So, what advice would you tell all the women out there who aspire to be you or aspire to be in a position that you're in, whether it's fire service or any service? What advice do you have for even young men or women?
Right. Be strong-minded. If there's something you really enjoy doing and you can make a difference, right? Just don't take it because I want this, right? You want to give back to people. You want to give back to the community. Be strong-willed, strong-minded, and then, unfortunately, you might have to work 10 times harder than them to prove that you're worthy of being there. Just do it, and then the respect will start to come in. The playing field starts to even out once they see operations and that you're not just there to take and make their jobs harder. And don't be ultra sensitive. Don't wear your feelings on your shirt sleeves.
Right.
I know right. It's a bunch of, I don't know if maybe growing up with brothers made a difference, but they were always kind of, I would say, giving me a hard time. Right? They were just being brothers. We used to play football together and basketball together. They didn't come out of the way so I could make the hoop. They would shove me down, right, when I would get back up. So if you do come across some narrow-minded people, keep getting back up. Don't let them win by making you go away. When you quit and you go away, you just let the bullies win. And I'm not here to let people win. So just stick with it. You'll do great. So
that is awesome.
So that's right.
I'm missing all the amazing comments. I
can't read that from here.
Wait, you don't read it. You
That's
know
good.
what? I might have to eject some people out of here. All right. We'll ignore this. Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
I usually have a moderator, but he had to leave, and they usually just boot idiots out of here. So
They're everywhere.
But
it's America. Feel free to speak what you want, and that's not changing what I'm doing.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
So.
But I think that's a positive message. I appreciate, hard work, dedication is my life, my role. what I believe in. And I love to find out that I had two amazing people here with the same hard work, hard dedication, work ethics, and I mean, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, a lot of people have that victim mentality of like, oh, I deserve to have X, Y, Z.
Yes.
And
That's a huge problem right now.
you gotta earn it. You gotta work for it, and that's my philosophy in
Yeah.
life.
Don't ever be a victim.
Exactly.
So find your strength and roll with it. If people don't like it, guess what? You can keep on walking.
Yeah.
So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
So I'm looking forward to you to meet my co-host on Wednesday night's podcast.
Cool. All right.
We're going to be doing another show tomorrow night with
Awesome.
the two recipients of the award that they got.
The flame.
Yeah, the flame.
Yeah,
What's
cool.
the award called again?
What is it? It's something flame.
Distinguished,
Something flame. I know that, but they get that really cool red glass blown fire phone. Which
so
is
I'm
cool,
new in the organization, so I don't know it all. So. And it was your first one too, so. But you know what? We'll have it tomorrow night on the Iron Man Mike. Or actually, no.
Remember at all.
Tomorrow is the Mike and Ansel show, and we're gonna have our special guests, and I can't wait. We're gonna be doing it on Zoom. Or actually, no, we'll be probably doing it right here.
Awesome, cool.
I'll be interviewing two gentlemen, and hey, you're welcome to join us tomorrow if you want to be part of that.
Cool.
I know you have some homework to do.
Right.
So
I like to torture myself apparently.
Yeah, and I actually have a report I gotta work on too. I'm like, where am I gonna have time to do this? So.
Right.
It's
Time
been
management.
amazing. Dinner tonight was amazing. They fed us tonight. Nice, 3-course meal or something like that.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One,
The
two.
salads, the dinner, and the
Salad.
dessert.
Yeah, 3-course meal.
Yeah.
So yeah, they took care of us tonight. I had a nice grilled chicken and nice salad.
Pork.
I ate some of it, but I'm not really a pork eater.
Yeah,
I really
I'm
like the
surprised
chicken.
They had that both on there. Usually it's because people aren't a lot of pork eaters. I didn't eat, I got lucky. I'm like, you have any of these vegetarians by chance left over? I happen to have one, so.
Yeah, that's good.
I didn't know you could order a meal like that, but.
Yeah, I thought I ordered just chicken, so I was kind of surprised I got the pork as well. Yeah, because I try not to eat pork.
Yeah, I didn't think they would do that to face off, so they wouldn't waste food.
Yeah.
I feel like it's wasteful.
I feel like it was.
Food. I hate wasting food.
Yeah, I would. The chicken alone would have been perfect.
Yeah, that was a lot of food.
It was a lot of food.
Yeah, quite a lot.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here is always a lot of
A lot of
food.
food.
Yeah,
Right?
always.
That is the American way.
Always,
You
always.
Yeah.
You only need to eat
and,
that.
and I,
For sure.
I try not to eat too much portions,
Yeah.
just because I try to. I don't want to
Right.
gorge myself.
Yeah, because then your body
The
can't. If
cake
people
was
eat that before they go to bed,
enormous.
and then your body can't repair itself. 'Cause that's what
Yeah.
you're doing when you're sleeping. But it will always break down the food first before it repairs stuff in your
So
body.
after this podcast, I'm actually going to go hit the gym for at least 20 minutes. I just
Heck yeah.
want to go get a pump.
Yeah, walk and
Yeah.
lift some weights and whatever.
wait, are you going to still go with me? I'm just going to show you that burpee thing.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do that. So, with respect to time, how are we doing with time?
It's 12:15.
Oh my goodness. I thought it was like 10 or 11.
I know.
Jeez. Hey, time flies when you're having an amazing guest on the Iron Man Mike podcast. Well, with respect to time, would you like to say some final closing thoughts?
Sure. Let's see. Well, thank you so much for having me on here.
Absolutely.
It's been an absolute honor. I'm glad that I ran in and met you. I'm also very gracious for Vinny as well. Has been amazing. It's really cool to see everyone's cultures, and I'm going over to visit him. So
Yeah,
we'll have to make a
we
thing
are.
of it.
We're going to have to
Yeah,
coordinate.
we're
We'll go
welcome.
together,
But-
and
Yeah, try
that
to-
would be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
go to
To me
Brazil.
also.
I have to
Yeah.
bring my weapon with me, though.
Absolutely. And no, just don't let life get you down.
Right.
Find something that works for you. You only get one chance at
Yeah,
this.
tell them.
Now you only get
Tell
one
them.
chance, right? Let's take care of your body, take care of your mind, eat healthy. Don't let other people determine what your future is going to be, because you're the only one that's going to determine what your future is.
You are in charge of your own destiny, your destination. For every action, there is a reaction.
Yes, there is.
And I have a book that I always recommend to people, Emotional Intelligence. How do you respond to every situation in your life? How you respond dictates the outcome
Absolutely.
of what occurs.
Absolutely. If I went and hid in the corner every time someone says something mean to me, I'd still be hiding in the corner. I don't hide in the corner. So
There you
some
go.
people like it, some people
You
don't.
don't
but
strike
that's
me
all right.
to be a hiding in the corner person.
I don't. Definitely not. I do get that from my mom was like that too, but my dad was very much, anybody can do anything that they want. You just gotta have the will, the determination, and drive to go and do it, and don't be lazy. No one's gonna come hand to you on a silver platter.
Exactly.
Go work for it. You'll find it. You'll find it.
So, real quick, everyone on Facebook, hey, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate you. A lot of my classmates from elementary, junior high, and high school, and family and friends follow me, and some new social media friends follow me on Facebook. And those of you that are on YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and follow the Iron Man Mike Show. I'll put the link. Search for Mike, Mikeurueta, on YouTube. And of course on Clapper, I am Iron Man Mike. Follow me on TikTok, Iron Man Mike. All one word, Iron Man Mike on Clapper. And I appreciate you guys being here. It's been amazing having you on tonight. I look forward to having you on as a future guest. And
Absolutely.
I'd love to start a segment. We could talk about fitness.
Oh yeah.
Like once a week. I
Sure.
don't know if you want to commit to that, but
Maybe like Fridays.
Fridays.
Oh wait, you do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right?
I do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays now. Yeah, we could do a Friday.
Like
The only
one
thing
day
about
I'm off.
Fridays is sometimes people go on vacation or go on a
Yeah,
holiday,
yeah.
and the camera went blurry again for some reason.
They were leaning forward. Yeah, we can work that out. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Okay.
I do all kinds of stuff with autophagy and right. I love the calendar age is just a calendar age. What's your biological age?
Okay,
Just because this number says that doesn't mean that's the age that you are. You know.
There we go. I don't know why it goes blurry sometimes. Woohoo! Come on.
You ever auto adjust on it? Maybe?
I don't know. We'll have to. I need to get a new camera. So. All right.
That'd be great.
So we'll have to figure that out. We'll definitely do a follow-up. Not this Friday though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out of town again for training. I have my hazmat training.
I go out of town again next week. I've got two. Yeah, I've got. Well, I don't talk about that on here, but yeah. So I can't.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work it out. It's been fun.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
appreciate everyone tuning in.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. I'm Iron Man Mike, Mikeurueta, your host, and my lovely guest tonight, Captain Amy, Miss Badass in America. And I appreciate you guys
That's
all
America.
being here.
I'll be right with that.
And will be the first battalion chief and the first.
She's going to be the first battalion chief, and she is going to be the first what?
I don't know.
Captain.
She's going to be Captain America.
After battalion chief, there was another level, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah?
there is. So we have battalion chiefs, assistant chiefs, and deputy chiefs.
That's so
You
awesome.
gotcha.
Right?
You're heading to there.
There, fixed it. So.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I don't know. So, hey, you gotta love podcasts. You gotta love these cameras. So, anyway, hey, thank you all for joining us tonight. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night, Wednesday night. We are gonna have the Mike and Ansel show. In the middle of it, check it out. Singer-songwriter and movie star, my co-host Ansel Brown, will be joining us tomorrow. Can't wait to have him on. He comes once a week. And hey, don't forget to follow on YouTube Ansel Brown Band and so seriously Sophia, the new sensation, a young 2.5-year-old, almost 3-year-old. Seriously Sophia is an amazing. If you have young kids, you should definitely have them watch the podcast, the videos. She's an amazing little darling little girl who is catching America by surprise, and you got to check her out. And don't forget to follow our YouTube channel, Instagram, and Clapper. And of course, we'll put your social media links. You'll have to send those to me so I can add them to the link.
Sure.
Or heck, you can just stay and add it as soon as we're done here. There we go. Everyone, thanks a lot.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Catch you later. Okay, who's going to hit the button?
Where's the button? I'll hit it. I don't know how to hit it though.
You really want to do it?
I've
There,
never.
you can hit that live there, and I'll hit this one here. Stop
And-
streaming, and then hit
Congrats,
yes,
guys, congrats. Yeah.
and then hit stop
That's just
recording.